Anthropic have just dropped Claude Fable 5, and it can run a whole build on its own for hours, planning it out, writing it, and checking its own work as it goes. And I'm going to put that to the test right now, because I'm going to use it to rebuild my entire ContentOS from scratch, the system that runs my content research every single morning. And this time, it's getting a live dashboard it never had. So by the end, you'll have seen exactly how it's built, and you'll have a blueprint to make your own. Now, most Fable videos today are just people reacting to benchmark charts, but I'd rather hand it a real system I depend on and see if it can rebuild the lot in one sitting. So, quick bit on what ContentOS actually is, because that's what we are rebuilding. Every single morning, it checks X and YouTube to see what's trending in my niche. And then it sends me a report straight to Telegram before I've even had a coffee. So this is what you'll see. And it also sends me in form of a PDF. So this is the report it sends me. And also at the end of the week, it sends me a batch of video ideas off the back of what's trending. So you'll notice that these are all video ideas. But it's got two problems, because the first is that every now and then it would surface old news. I'm talking stuff that had already done rounds before. And the second is that it lives entirely on Telegram. So there's no way to see everything in one place. So I'm fixing both of them. I'm rebuilding it from scratch on Fable, and I'm giving it a proper interactive dashboard. Now, stick to the end, because I'll show you that dashboard pulling live trends and me saving ideas straight off it. And if you want the exact brief, I hand Fable to build this. It's in the AI Builders Boardroom. That's my school community for AI builders. Links below if you want to follow along. So before we build, let me quickly explain why this is even possible now. Because it comes down to one change. Because before, when you give Claude a job, it would work on one thing at a time, and you'd be sat there steering it through every step. But Fable works differently. So it plans the whole build out first, then it spins up subtasks to do the individual pieces. And this is the bit that matters. It checks their work as it goes, which is exactly what lets it run for hours or even days on its own without me babysitting it. So that's the thing you're really testing today. Because if that holds up, I can hand it the whole ContentOS brief and just walk away. So let me get you set up, because you'll want a few things in place to follow along. The first thing you'll need is Claude Code. And this will be inside a code editor called Visual Studio. So you'll also need a paid plan, and you'll just select Fable as the model. So you'll switch the model right here and you'll select Fable. Now, the second thing is your sources, because ContentOS needs somewhere to pull trends from. So that's X and YouTube. And I'll show you the exact way I'm giving Fable access to both. Then the third thing is a Telegram bot, because that's where the morning report lands. So you create a bot, you grab the token, and you keep it handy. And the last thing is somewhere to run the dashboard, which Fable's going to spin up for us. So you don't need to build that part yourself. Now, I'm not going to throw a paragraph at it and hope it does the job, because the way you get a clean build out of Fable is you build the game plan with it first, and then you let it run. So that's exactly what you are going to do. Right, so let's get into it. So we need to create a new project. So I'm going to create a new folder, and then you're going to give it a name. So let's call it ContentOS IT YouTube demo. And then I'm going to select the folder. And then to click yes, I trust the authors. Let's open Claude. Let's close this. And on the left is where we'll see our files. So let's close this chat, because we don't want to use Visual Studio's agent. So we only want to use Claude Code. So let's switch the model. So we're going to click on this icon, and then you're going to select Fable as our model. And let's switch this to plan mode. So let's go ahead and give it the prompt. So I want you to help me. You see, my problem is I am a content creator, and it's really hard for me to stay on top of trends. And what I want you to do is I want you to monitor X and YouTube. For YouTube, I would like you to monitor certain YouTube channels, what they post. And for X, I will give you a list of X handles to also monitor, as well as I would also like you to monitor some certain trends. So for example, Claude Code would be something really good to monitor. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to ask me. And then I'm going to hit send. So now it's going to draft a plan for us. So it's asking us where the trend reports or digest should be delivered. let's say local markdown files, and then it's asking us for the cadence. So yeah, it should run daily. What access do you have for monitoring X? Now for monitoring X, I'm not sure which APIs we use, so let me go back to the repo and ask and confirm. So I've opened the actual ContentOS in another IDE, which is called Anti-Gravity. So I've asked which APIs do we use to monitor X and YouTube. So let's see what answer we'll get. So let's just copy and paste this. So just copy this, and let's go back and paste this. And then it's asking us for scope. So should the system also generate content ideas from what it finds or just report the trends? For now, let's just have it report the trend. Then I'm going to submit the answer. And we're using Fable with the efforts level at high. So let's see how it performs actually. Another thing I'd like to monitor is the usage, token usage. If I go to usage, so we are at 6%. Let's see. So we're actually using this API to scrape the X posts. So it's called SocialData API. You just create an account with it, and you grab your API key here. So it's asking us how the TrendOS should look like. So let's choose the recommended option, and it's asking us where should the tracked channels, X handles, and X queries come from. So it's going to copy what was in my original, and how should the daily run be triggered. So we're just going to trigger it manually using Claude Code. So let's submit the answers. So it's written up a plan. Let me go through it. So as I'm reading through this, I'm realizing there's this line over here. I need to clarify what it means by this. So just copy this. And it's saying our sources are this, which is correct. And then the output format is in a local markdown report. Report only, no content idea generation, which is correct. And then here it's giving us the architecture. It's a 3-layer data flow. And then we'll see the target file tree, how it looks like. So we have the Claude.md, the readme.md, githig, the prompts, the config, the adapters, the tools, the tests, and then the data. And that's the build order. So it's going to build the skeleton, then the config, then the YouTube path, then the X path, then the extraction plus signals, the workflow, and then the risks. It's written risks right here. And day one extraction volume, then the original content. So let me follow up on this line. So I'm telling it to clarify on this. I don't understand. It's asking me a question. Should the daily demo also monitor specific X handles, what those accounts post, in addition to topic queries like Claude Code? Yes, so we want it to handle watching. So it needs to track, and then let's submit the answer. Let's also give it the profiles, the X profiles it's supposed to track. So here are the X profiles to track. So I've given it this list, and then let's give it the YouTube accounts to track. So I've given this as the YouTube channels to track. So we've got people like Liam Otley, Nick Puru, Greg Eisenberg, Alex Finn. So let's hit enter. So this is the final plan. It's got the tracked channels, also the tracked X handles. And this looks like a solid plan. So let's go ahead and auto accept. And then we want to switch this to auto mode. And let's see what it comes up with. I'm pretty excited to see how it handles this. So it's written a to-do list. So step 1 is check API contracts, then all 6 phases, and then it's going to validate everything. So it looks like it's done building the whole thing, and it's giving us what was built, and then giving us what was validated, and then it's telling us what we need to do before we do a full run. So there's this file here, a .env.example file. So we need to add our YouTube data API key and our social data API key. So we already have our social data API key from this website. I'm going to paste it in, and I'm also going to get my other API key. So if you don't know how to get this API key, what you're going to do is you'll simply just ask it where you're supposed to get. So for example, we'll say, so where do I get the YouTube data API key? And then if I hit send, it's going to give me a link I'm going to click, and it's going to take me to the Google Cloud Console, and I'm going to simply just get the API key from there. So you see, it's giving me a step-by-step procedure. So I need to go to this website, and then I need to create a new project, and then I need to go to the APIs library, and then I need to create credentials, then an API key. So in my case, I already have this. So I'll go ahead and, so it's telling me I'm supposed to create a .env file. So I'm going to create a .env file. Then I'm going to copy this inside the .env file. So a .env file is simply a safe where you store your credentials. That's it. So instead of giving the AI the credentials itself, it tells you to fill in the credentials inside the .env file, a place where it's safe. So I've copied and pasted the credentials, and so let's tell it. I've copied and pasted the credentials in the .env file, so you can do the test run. Then let's hit send. So now the model is testing to see if all of what it has built is actually working. So it's done verifying everything. So it's done testing everything, and I think it's verified everything is running fine. So it's saying here it's written up the full report. So because Claude Fable 5 is actually launched yesterday, and it's the dominant trend by a wide margin, and then it's giving us the statistics. So it went through 17 channels and all 6 topic queries, and it did the scoring. And then from now on, just say run the daily trend workflow, and then it's going to run it. So let's look at the report it came up with. So this is the report. Let's open as a preview. So it's telling us Claude Fable 5 launched yesterday, which is actually true. And then the launch splits in 3 distinct stories. So Claude Mythos 5, then Project Last Week Leak cycle, and then it's saying Claude Code keeps shipping features under the launch noise. So nested sub-agents landed, and then Ultra Code, and then second braid builds. So the top movers here are Claude Fable 5, Claude Code, Claude Mythos 5, Anthropic, and then it's giving us what's new today. So Agentic Loops by Rasmike. So it's also giving us the link. So let's look at the link. Let's confirm if the video is actually recent. Yeah, so it's 14 hours ago. So that's actually a problem that I also had with the original ContentOS. So it was pulling old videos as reference. So it looks like this is actually better. And then it's telling us Pika, so language swap skill demos. Let's look at what this is. Also, another thing, the previous ContentOS wasn't able to link me back to the actual expo. So it was linking me back to the X handle. And if you look at the timeline, so it's 18 hours ago, so that's okay. So I didn't have to actually prompt it that much. I think this is actually better. Now, for the next phase, let's build a dashboard. So let's tell you to build a dashboard. This is actually great. So I would really like you to build a dashboard where I can see everything. And if you have any questions on what the dashboard should have or what I should be able to do, so it should be a super interactive dashboard. So I should be able to, like, for example, select and add entities, all that stuff. So you can ask me what I want in the dashboard. So let's hit enter. So it's now asking me a bunch of questions. So how should the dashboard run? So a local web app. And then which actions should the dashboard support? So add entity manually. Okay. Manage track list, add or remove YouTube channels, and X topic queries, X handles, yes. Review pending types, so approve or reject entity type candidates, yes. And trigger pipeline, yes. So we can also run daily sweeps. And then for the views, trending overview plus entity drill down, content feeds. Yeah, I think let's select everything. Let's see how it'll go about this. So let's submit the answers and see what it comes up with. So like the other build, it's come up with a to-do list. Yeah, and there's one thing I forgot to feed it actually. So let me pause this. I'm supposed to feed it the design.md. So I want it to look some type of way. So I wanted it to look like my website. So it should follow my brand guidelines. So I had come up with a design.md file. So I'm going to drop it here. So let me go ahead and drop it at the root. So here's the design.md. So let's close this. So let's tell it. So we're telling it to use the design.md file. And just in case you're curious what the design.md file contains, you'll notice it contains the philosophy, the color palette, the backgrounds, the text, the UI structure, the semantic, like every single design structure. And then we've got the typography, and then the link to like the fonts. It actually gives it a detailed breakdown on how you're supposed to design an on-brand website. I can see I'm already 90%, I've already consumed 90% of my session. So I'm supposed to reset in 2 hours. It's true this new model consumes twice the tokens that Opus would actually consume. But luckily, the dashboard is already working. So this is the trends. So we've got Fable. If we click on it, we'll see the evidence, the 41 mentions, and then I can also see how many entities. So by entity, it's actually the keyword that we are tracking. So basically, when you're tracking a trend, we'll go on X, search the keyword, and then see all posts that contain that keyword. And this is actually the whole list. And we can see how many posts it tracked, how many videos, how many mentions. And this is the ContentOS dashboard. And then we've got entities, so the keywords that we are tracking, and then feeds. So YouTube videos we tracked, the views it got, the likes, the runs. So it did this run, so the run history, and then the configurations. So this is where we can actually add or remove the tracked YouTube channels. So these are the tracked YouTube channels we've got, the tracked topics, so Claude Code, Claude Skills, MCP, and then the X handles we are tracking. So let's test. Let's see if we add a tracked YouTube channel, it's going to work. So let's add Chase. So this is I'm not sure about, I don't know what his channel ID is. So the handle, so let's copy this handle. Let's add him, channel ID. So missing channel ID. So let's ask, how do I get the channel ID? So let's go to the channel. I think more, and then share channel, copy channel ID. Then I'll go back here and then I'll add it. So it's added. Yeah, it's added it to the list, so it's working. And we can run another sweep. And then we've got the reports. So today's report has been stored here. So first run, Pika, Gemini 3.5, and the stats as well as how much it consumed. This looks pretty amazing. So the actual time is taken me roughly 2 hours or 2.5 hours to come up with this whole stuff. And the actual ContentOS took me days to actually build. This has taken me 2.5 hours, which is actually mind-blowing. And there's very few errors. So the model has consumed 91% of my session limit, and I'm on the $100 plan. So yeah, get the picture. So one last thing, I want it to send me a report in Telegram every single morning. So I'm going to create a new bot. So I've created a new bot and I've got the access token, and then you're going to tell it to, could you also make the bot send me an update in Telegram every single morning? So I've got this access token. I'm going to copy it and add it to the .env file as well as my chat ID. So it's asking me if I'm supposed to run it automatically. So I've just told it I should manually trigger it for now, and then the message. It's supposed to send me a short digest as well as a PDF version of the full report, and then the bot setup. I'll say I have a bot token, and then let's say I'm triggering it manually, and then I'll submit these answers. So it's come up with the to-dos. It's now building that part of the workflow. So it looks like it's done. So it needs me to add the Telegram bot token and the chat ID. So let me copy this from the example.env file. So I've pasted that into my .env file. And then you're saying everything is good in the env file. And it's now going to do a test. We should be able to receive a message from here. And you notice in the dashboard, it's also added a send to Telegram button. So let's see how that goes. So I've just received the message. So I'm getting the top trends as well as the TLDR, and then I'm getting a PDF version of the trend. And in the other system, generating this report was actually a problem, but this did it flawlessly. So the final usage is 95% of my session limit. So to recap, Anthropic dropped Fable 5, and we put its big claim to the test by handing it a real system and walking away. So we rebuilt ContentOS from scratch. It scans X and YouTube, sends the morning report to Telegram, fixed the old news problem, and now it's got a live dashboard where I can see everything and save the ideas I like. So reminder, the full brief I handed Fable is in the AI Builders boardroom. That's my school community for AI builders. So I'm going to leave a link below. And if you want help building this for your specific setup, I do one-on-one coaching. Links is going to be in the description. So subscribe if you want to see what I hand Fable to rebuild next. And drop me a comment. What's the first system you'd rebuild if you could hand it to an agent and walk away? I'm genuinely curious. Right, see you in the next one.